everybody was so overwhelmed because having a business, like doing hair and trying to run our staff and trying to start a whole new business, like it was a lot. Like it was low-key making us fall out.
Yeah.
Like we had a point where Behind the Chair almost did not make it.
What's up, friend?
What's up, friend? We back.
With another one. All right, y'all. We always got to do this. We do a little test run. Hold on.
So I guess I'm just about to jump straight into it because I don't need no test. But
we just finna recap, about our last. I don't want to call it our first season because it's not our first season, right?
Because we didn't have a first season.
So our first go round, the episodes, our test run.
Right, our first go rounds of Behind the Chair, I can honestly say was a challenge.
I think it was trial and error. I think it was necessary. We had to jump in, do the shit quick,
We did have to just jump straight in.
We had to start our business and do what we had to do.
Oh, my God. Speaking of, that's why it was not given, because we just jumped in and did the shit.
Okay, so error one. Error one, we did just jump in. We got our team, and then...
So let's backtrack. So we decided to start a podcast. Instantly from starting the podcast, we got equipment. Right after that, we got a staff. No, before we got equipment.
We got our staff, then our equipment.
We got equipment, and then we start shooting with no knowledge of what the hell.
If y'all don't know, we recapping like how it goes with starting a podcast. This is our first time doing something like this, so we just trying to go through what our errors and shit was because it was a lot, and now we know what we finna do our next season. So let's talk about it.
Well, I guess we decided that we are gonna start seasons because that's where I think the chaos was coming from. Like, I think we lost sight of what we wanted our podcast to be about by making it like low-key interview.
Yeah, we did. We did the trial run with the interview thing. I think it was more of we just starting our own business. Like a podcast can go any way. Like everybody podcast got their own topic. So it's like we knew we wanted to do something with the stylist, but it was like we didn't know like what direction to go. So we was just playing with it, and we still playing with it. But we know what we finna try out next go around.
We do know we finna try out next go around.
Get this mic, bro.
Because you do. Why?
Because it keep hitting my shoulder. I'm gonna lift it up, Mom.
Yeah, lift it up. But I think for the main part was having a business, like doing hair and trying to run our staff and trying to start a whole new business. Like it was a lot. Like it was low-key making us fall out.
Yeah.
Like we had a point where Behind the Chair almost did not make it because everybody was so overwhelmed and frustrated with trying to manage what we do personally, manage their personal lives, and then now incorporate this new business. So it was a lot. Even finding guests, all that shit was a lot.
It was a lot, y'all. We even lost 2 employees. We had 2 people quit on us. Do y'all know how that feel to have 2 people quit on you? So we had to backtrack. Like, bro, we're doing something wrong as CEOs. Like, what is the problem to have somebody quit on us?
Yeah.
So our cameraman quit on us, y'all. Let me tell you.
But luckily, to fast forward to the end of the story, he came back. But we're going to tell y'all the in-between because he quit on us. Okay, this is where the first hiccup, like everything was smooth when we started the podcast. But it was when we had deleted the episode. So, y'all, we had one of our first guests. Was Maya our first guest? Maya was our first guest. I don't know if y'all seen it, but now she's our episode 4. But she was supposed to be our episode 2. But we always, really what it was we was giving everybody a voice, I could say. So if everybody felt like they had something to say, we all was kind of like taking into consideration what everybody was feeling. So we fucked around, said we was going to reshoot and delete the episode.
We was giving our staff like, we was letting them voice their opinions, and we shouldn't have did that because this is our podcast. Yeah. So we was just supposed to be delegating what we wanted to do. Yeah, so we ended up asking, like, how do y'all feel about Maya shooting with you? Whoop. So it's like, we gonna reshoot. we gonna reshoot it type shit. So we called her back to the show. We had her come all the way out here just for us to not record her.
An hour and 15 minutes away, by the way, she drove out here.
Y'all, we had her come out here to not shoot her. We was like, we changed our mind. We started agreeing that the first episode, her first recording was actually cool because we did watch the first episode, her episode. And that was cool. We like, all right, we overthinking it. And that's another thing when you starting a podcast. I guess you want it to be kind of perfect or whatever, but it was like, we was we was like, this is more like brunch, kick it, talk. But that's okay, you know, it don't gotta be interview.
It don't gotta be interview. I don't know where we got to the point of let's ask them questions, but we just started asking bitches.
Like, we are literally, like, the day before, like trying to gather so many
questions. Making up questions.
But, yeah.
On top of, y'all, if we did not, like, say, for instance, if we had our own personal stuff going on with our business, like, we now trying to scramble to come up with questions for a person when we could just really talk, because I think we got, I don't know what we thought a podcast was supposed to be about. I think we put too much thought into it instead of just doing it. Yeah. We was trying to, like Jazzy said, make it too perfect. And when really there is no such thing as perfect, just do it. Like,
just start, and it's going to, like, come together eventually. You just got to start and do it. So, y'all, Maya get here. We don't shoot her episode because we just going to use the first one. So,
no, backtrack. Bro. No, backtrack on why they did not decide to shoot my episode, y'all. I'm finna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all, cause I'm finna keep it real. Okay, sorry, my shit was coming loose. I'm finna keep it real. So they decided that we was not gonna shoot Maya because first of all, our assistant, y'all, we got an assistant. She had took our cue cards home with her. So because I was up there at the UPS FedEx place, it keeps dropping mine too.
Yeah, so just tighten it.
Can I get tight shit too? But back to my story.
What happened?
So, because I was up there at FedEx getting some cue cards made, my business partner decided, well, since I'm late, that we should just send this girl packing.
Y'all, Maya had been sitting on the couch. Her and her husband had pulled up. They've been sitting on the couch for an hour. So I'm okay. They have been sitting on the couch for hours.
They was not sitting on the couch for an hour, y'all. Everybody's supposed to get here 15 minutes before we start. So they got here at 1:15, right? I pulled up at 1:46. That's not an hour.
Okay. So she get here. I'm like, okay, that's cool or whatever. If you ready, your makeup and shit done, hair done, we can get straight to it. Y'all, she pull up in her nightgown, hair tied up. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's finna be an hour. That's the only reason why I'm calculating the hour. Because that extra 15.
Y'all, if we had already decided that we going to do her a last segment and stuff like that, I feel like they could have improvised with the fact that I was up the street. I feel like if we a business, y'all, and we a team, I feel like there was no way that our guest should have came out here an hour and 15 minutes away and not have got shot. Like, I feel like the call for my business partner and myself as a whole should not have been to send somebody back. But at that time, we was getting the opinion of everybody else, and I think that was kind of... I feel like I was trying to tell them, like, Denzel Washington ain't on time to the set all the time, so just keep rolling, improvise. Like, okay, make a drink, make her do lashes, sit up, get the mic set up, do anything. I could have went in there, do some little shit on my face and kept it pushing.
Facts. Moral of the story, though, starting a business with a business partner is not fucking easy. Like, you can't just do what you want. Like, you can, but you feel me? It's just, you can't. You can, but you can't. You know what's best. Like, don't do that. You got to come up with the decision together. But I decided to say, girl, go home. I already did that because, one, me and the rest of the team has said that the first shooting was okay. She was really the only one like, no, let's redo it. So I'm like, shit. And Maya. So after I had a conversation with Maya like, I like the first episode. So once she said that, I'm like, yeah, we finna keep that episode. So I dismissed Maya. Maya left, whatever. And then,
when you tell the story, make sure you tell the truth.
I am. So Maya left, y'all. Right when Maya left, I forgot why we deleted it. What was we recording? Oh, we had 2 shootings that day.
We had 2 shootings that day.
Okay, that's why. So I had to make room on my phone. So when you recording the podcast and using the phone, make sure your storage is there.
We did learn that within trial and error, the storage. So tell them what you did.
I was trying to clear space on my phone, so I deleted Maya's episode. But I only deleted Maya's episode because the week before, I had sent the episode to the editor. He already had started editing. So I'm like, okay, he already got the video. I didn't know. This go back to the communication part. Y'all had talked about deleting everything off the computer because we knew we was going to shoot a new episode. It was just too much miscommunication going on.
Really, it was that. And like I said, y'all, we didn't have proper storage. So the computer that we was using didn't have storage. We was not ready for that. The phones, we over here shooting Jazzy's phone and cut off because of storage. So honestly, I get why she deleted it. Honestly, I do. But it wasn't we didn't even realize that it was just one shot that got deleted and we could have improvised. I think the vibration was just so high. We was just so upset. Everybody.
Yeah. When that episode got deleted for 3 days, I didn't want to talk to nobody. Like the whole energy with the whole podcast, the team just was crazy. Like our editor wanted to quit. Well, he did quit. Why did GC quit? What part?
I don't know. I think the whole argument, like, y'all, we was really in here, like,
I could not. I was literally on some fuck this podcast shit because like we did so much for us to end up with no episode of The Girl, and that's fucked up. So it was just like, damn, we already had our host, not season, but our whole like layout of what guest was gonna come. So it was like that messed up our whole order. You feel me?
Yeah,
like Maya was supposed to be our first guest, then Denasia. So we like, bro, what are we finna do? Because how do we tell this girl? How do we tell this girl that we had come out here that her episode is no longer?
Yeah, how do you tell somebody that was the big question? Secondly, I had thought of a improvising idea, but because we had got into it so bad, I just shut the fuck up because I'm like, fuck this podcast. That's really what I was feeling like. But in the midst of me saying fuck this podcast, I'm also like, bitch, we not painting these walls. We doing it. Bitch, we not about this stuff. We finna do this podcast. But at the same time, because we argue so much, I should have just said we could do it like this instead of just letting it go on that long.
Yeah, when I tell y'all I was listening to gospel music so much them past couple of days, I'm like, God, this is so lame. Like, I'm just trying to think. I always think of the positive thing, like the positive side of things. So I'm like, why would this happen? I'm like, we were supposed to go through that. I can't remember what I was saying, but it was definitely supposed to happen just to, make us be careful with how we saving stuff. Like now we need a better way of saving all our videos. Like everything happened for a reason. It's not going to go as you plan. It's okay. He want us to get past these obstacles. And you feel me? That's what you signed up for, girl. I'm not going to just give it to you. Like figure it out.
True that. That's a good way to look at it because I guess me on the back end, I'm looking like, fuck them NDAs. Fuck them.
I said fuck this podcast, bro.
Fuck everything. The positive side that I tried to look at it as was, or at least I know new people, and I could just move on without them. That's where my mind was going, which is kind of fucked up because I realized that I never worked as a team. I've always been a leader. So kind of now we really got a team like, everybody's voice do matter and everybody's opinion do matter because some stuff that they know I don't know and vice versa.
Yeah, facts.
So I'm glad that we did get over that hump because it did teach me to be more.
Y'all, we had our editor quit on us. We lost the episode. The editor said he quit. So not only that, we had our manager go on a vacation for a week. He ain't been showing up in our we have video calls, Zoom calls every Wednesday. He stopped showing up to the Zoom calls.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all, the way the manager disappeared on us was crazy. Like, he did no communication. He just stopped. But
he just slid on us. Like,
he do have his own business and stuff, and he was overwhelmed as well. But I feel like the way he went about quitting us was crazy because it's like, we was telling him about our editor quitting on us, and he was still like, "Damn, that's lame. That's lame. Like we signed up for this. We all knew we was." I remember why Jeezy quit because we wasn't structured. We did lose our structure, but I had to break it down to Jeezy. Like, we're all new to this. Like, this is our first time being a CEO, delegating like employees. Like, nigga,
like from the scratch though. Like literally, when you work for companies, they already got in order what you're supposed to be laying out. They just need the body there, but we're literally building this from the ground up.
It's trial and error.
Yeah.
So it was a little everywhere, but it's cool. We had regrouped. We had needed him to quit on this. We needed the manager to quit on this, and we just tried to rewind it. Take a couple of steps back and figure out what the fuck happened. So our manager is no longer. Jeezy did. We waited 2 days. I was so sad when he quit on us, but he did end up texting us, and he was like, he had his own personal things going on too. Like, everybody literally on this team had their own personal things going on. So I knew that's what it was that day. I'm like, damn, he just really having one of them days.
I think everybody honestly had a lot going on at the time. Like I said, we just jumped into this. We all jumped into this blindly. We all saw a vision and just was like, let's do it. Yeah. Regardless of what we got going on, everybody just honestly jumped into it, which I'm thankful because literally we called these people one day and said, y'all, we'll see y'all next Sunday. And they literally been on board ever since. So the quit I do get because it was overwhelming. Shout out to them.
But I feel like they did what we need them to do. And I do feel like losing Jeezy at the time was like a wake up call. Like, bro, we need to get some structure because we are having a team of people look up to us for what they need. Like, and then if we giving them a voice to say what we need, then it's like, no, we don't like that. And it's like, well, bitch, why the hell you ask? Bitch. If you knew that you weren't gonna like that, then why did you give me the opinion? I mean, the option to even have an opinion. So I feel like that was the lame part for us. But growing part was, I'm glad it went that way so that we could learn that we do have to just make the final decisions and keep it pushing. And I liked our old manager, but I feel like it was some obstacles in there that was hindering him from doing his job.
I can tell you what it was.
You know what it was. Go ahead. Let's give it to him.
So, yeah, I was having intimate relationships with our manager.
She was.
So that was another lesson learned. Like, I should have known when we first started this. We knew this wasn't gonna be a good idea. Me and the manager definitely had history together, and we had ongoing, situations going on. So I feel like too, it was hard for him to be a manager and kind of tell me what to do without me feeling the way.
Pause. Let's take it back. Why were you feeling the way when he was saying stuff to you? Can we finally break it down?
We already talked about it.
But I want to talk about it now again.
I told you it was more on the double teaming. It wasn't more just cut that off. Hey, cut that off. It wasn't more just him because I don't even think he was telling me things too much. Like, he wasn't delegating me. I told you the whole situation was more when it was time for people to double up on me about certain situations. That's all.
I think it was more when it was just him because everybody else could do it to her, but when it was him, like, hey, yeah, type shit, it burnt her up, and I could not understand it. But at the beginning of this, I knew they had relations, so I was asking her, was this going to be a good idea? And she was so adamant, yeah. I'm like, bro, I know my friend. Well, honestly, I was trying to really have my friend back. Like, actually, she pee. But when I seen she was not pee, I'm like, this shit got to go today. Bitch is not as pee as she think.
So going back to that, everything happens for a reason. Like I said, I was having intimate relationships with my manager, and I shouldn't have been doing that. And yeah, he ghosted the whole team, and yeah, that was another. No more. You don't need to do business in personal. But I know that. Y'all know I don't be cracking my clients. None of that.
You should go with this again. We're going to keep it rolling.
I just keep it business. And I don't know. Like, I don't even play like that with my clients. Like, why would I be cracking my manager? That's crazy. Okay, so fast forward. We lost a manager, and we had to figure out. So the next hiccups was we learned to stop. When we was recording our guests, we were saying like episode 2, episode 3 in the recordings. So when we had lost my episode, it was more on some what are we gonna do? Because we all loud to my episode 2.
Looking stupid.
So we like if we skip the next person up, what are we gonna do? Because now it was out of order. So that was another stressful thing. But we got past it.
We did, thank God.
Thank God we ended up putting Denasia up. No.
We ended up just throwing a fake ass segment in there to like.
I feel like that definitely killed our whole.
That killed the vibe.
The whole season.
It did, and honestly, I wasn't even ready. My shirt was real tight. I wasn't ready to shoot.
So episode 1 and 2 was me and Quenisha. It was supposed to be me and Quenisha episode 1, then the guest 2. So we did 2. We just threw a second episode in, and then we pushed Denasia up. And then one day we was on the phone. We came up how we was gonna air Maya. Y'all, friend, tell them how your. Okay, so this is another reason what had happened as far as the whole Maya episode. So Maya and Quanisha are good friends or whatever. So it had started getting messed up when Quanisha was texting and communicating with the guest instead of letting our assistant manager like text her and tell her what this was with you whoop. So when that started happening, things was a little, it got bad.
I guess to me, when I look at stuff as a whole, I look at where it started from the bottom to where it got from the end. I mean, how it got into where it was. I think for me, the texting her wasn't the issue. The judgment call from our videographer was the issue for me, because we wouldn't even been to the point where I'm texting her if we wasn't giving everybody a voice. And secondly, too, I think for me, if we wouldn't have started shooting guests so soon, I think we just was not ready for guests yet because we did not have everything squared away yet. Like, we had literally just shot an episode of us that we barely got through. Like, we first did our first shoot. We supposed to have shot at like 1 something. We didn't shoot till 9 something at night. Jazz, they went all the way home, came back. Like, we was almost about to shoot again. We was not ready for guests.
We did record 2 episodes that day.
Of the same thing.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. We wasn't ready. We wasn't ready for guests. Me personally, I feel like we jumped too soon to start talking to people. Like, I feel like we should have got comfortable with us for us to get comfortable with them. Mm-hmm. So I think that was the first hiccup.
But I think we did good. They came in here. We had fruit. We had drinks. Like, y'all, we had the whole setup for our guests. I like it. I thought it was cute. I mean, it definitely could have used a little bit more work. But, you know, that's what come with this shit. That's just what the fuck.
I think that we pushed through. That was the good thing about it. We pushed through, and I think we definitely did learn from our mistakes. I think the non-structure is what really did it for everybody. What do y'all think, team? The unstructure? Cheesy? Type shit. Yeah, it was the no structure.
Who wasn't communicating?
I think we was. It was a lot.
It's better though now, right?
It's way better. Yeah, I love the way that stuff is going. Like I said, losing that one manager really, I was very pissed about it because the way he went about it when Jeezy had quit. So when he did it, I'm like, ain't no way. Because it felt like he was very empowering. I'm like, right, Jeezy should not quit. Ah! That's how I'm feeling. So when he did it, I was on his ass.
Like, how the hell
I did not stop hitting him up. She like, block him. I'm like, no,
y'all, that nigga got blocked. When I tell y'all, so I think the first we was seeing, like, so we got our own manager group chat, me, the dude, and Cornisha, and then we got our own, you know, group chat with the employees. So when he wasn't replying in the out loud when where our other employees is seeing
him, so embarrassing, by the way.
We getting on group calls. This nigga still not coming in. So it's like after a week, employees is throwing little hints like, so. They like, they ain't dumb. They like,
right. So he not coming.
They like, where is Whoopty Whoop?
Right. And I'm like, oh, he's just busy with his business. He needs help. You know, I'm trying to like throw it off, but really on the back end, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck?
Come help me. But
I keep talking. But I was really more so like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out, why is he not responding? Why is he not communicating? You know, what's going on? So I reached out to him on a personal, like, hey, is this too much for you? Do you need to just not be a part of this?
Guess what the fuck he said? Nothing.
He definitely...
He replied back?
He did.
Oh, okay, my bad.
He said he definitely want to be a part of this. It's something good. He wanted to keep going. He's not trying to quit. So I'm like, okay, cool. Where can we help? We even got on the phone. Put out a whole business plan.
And what happened?
That was it.
That was the last we start hearing from this man. This shit, like, even me having history with him, like, he don't ever just not answer my calls, not answer my texts. So I'm so prideful. Like, Quanisha be telling me, like, she didn't talk to him, but no reply. Whoop-de-whoop, no reply. I might say something in the group chat, no reply. So I text him by myself. I'm like, bro, if I don't get no reply, bro, I'm going to be pissed as fuck. Yeah, that nigga did not reply back to me. Y'all, I FaceTimed him. I said, this is my last time. I'm about to FaceTime this nigga because we just had a meeting and you not on there. But I'm more on some too. Like, it was so weird. So I'm checking on him. Like, now I'm concerned. It wasn't more.
It started getting to concern.
Yes, we wasn't on some, like, what the fuck. We're like, damn, what's wrong? Because it's so unusual. I FaceTimed that nigga after that meeting. I blocked that nigga so quick. I said, you got me fucked up.
And I didn't block him because now I'm like, what's the problem? Like, I'm concerned about his well-being because the last conversation that we had, he was telling me that he was so overwhelmed with things. So I'm like, okay, how can we help? So I was really calling out of genuine concern, but now that my concern wasn't getting hurt, now them text messages coming in. This is fucked up.
I said, no, this nigga grandma had died.
I said, somebody better
have been the death in a family.
Casket. I definitely said that. I'm like, we better be getting a, hey, y'all, sorry, my da-da-da passed away. That's what I was feeling like.
So let me tell y'all, it took for me to say, bro, I'm about to pull the fuck up because you got me fucked up. Y'all, guess what he did? That nigga text back
immediately.
I think because I was asking for like a thumbnail for, I think, Denasia video. So I'm like, bro, you really got me fucked up. I'm finna pull up. Now he like replied like, oh, my phone got wiped with you. I'm like, yeah, just stop fucking playing. But I still blocked him after the fact. I think that was after I blocked him. Is he blocked He's no longer blocked. He is not blocked now. He did. He apologized to the team. He apologized to me.
Did you crack him again? Are y'all back at the state of cracking?
Okay, me and the manager had one more interaction after that, and I told him, I said, bro, if we do this, I will block you.
Hold the fuck up!
This was literally the first day he apologized. He apologized, and we had a good talk, and we cracked one more time, and then I blocked him, and then that was that. Cause I said, bro, like, what are we doing?
What the fuck happened?
I blocked him.
No, you cracked him.
I tried to, bro.
My shit, blocking him.
My shit's a little rusty down there, bro. I really don't be intimate with nobody, so it was like at the time, like I was just.
What you mean at the time? This was just last week.
No, this was a minute ago.
Did y'all hear a minute ago? That is funny as fuck. We are in a new year, and she said this is a minute ago. He stopped talking to us.
So, y'all, I'm not intimate with nobody, so I'm like, I might as well, bro. This is the last person I've been cracking. I might as well get one out the way since we here. But I'm like, bro, I'm going to block you because I'm tired of this wishy-washy, like, bro, you say this, and I don't know what to believe with the nigga no more. So, I just said this is what we going to do. But after that, I ain't been doing nothing. Let's see.
I want to hear the timeline because then y'all get the same. How the fuck? No. Y'all got the same apology we got. I got, right? Like it was.
And what was that?
Last week.
Yeah. That was last week or 2 weeks ago. Look, pull it up.
Pull it up. Cause this is crazy. Cause I literally,
you
were sitting on my couch when he sent that message.
Can we post the
apology? We'll I don't know.
We can.
We post everybody else shit.
Maybe he don't want to.
Who gives a fuck? He out the team. That's what I'm saying. She's talking about a minute. Do she not know her timeline?
So,
wow, this is new news, y'all. I think my mouth is on the floor. Somebody help me pick it up.
But this is why we're here, to bring it to the
she brought it to
podcast.
The okay, so
because y'all are being messy.
We be messing with everybody else.
They asking questions, but so yeah, to answer
Kanisha, what made you ask her that she get her shit cracked? I didn't even think that would. I did not want to know that. I didn't even. I said she was done with him.
I was pissed. Even when he still be asking about the podcast. I nip shit in the bud. Don't ask shit about the podcast. He like, who's your next guest? Don't fucking worry about it.
All right, so moving forward, because that was juicy to the T. We have a new manager now. Well, she was our assistant.
I want to say one more thing about this nigga.
Please.
Y'all, this nigga was ignoring us, right? So I don't follow the nigga. Quadisha, like, I'm about to go look on his page. Let me see what he posted.
I want to see.
Because we thinking it's a death in the family at this point. Like, you have not been blatantly responded. We're a business. He has his own business. Like, this is so not like him. Like, nigga, you know how to communicate with people. You know how to run a business. Why the fuck aren't you saying anything? That nigga in the gym. That nigga hit shit on this story. That nigga shouting out happy birthdays.
The nigga active like, let's go up tonight, twin. I'm like, go up tonight where?
That nigga shout niggas out happy birthday and in the gym.
Happy birthday, see you tonight. I'm about to pull up where y'all at. It's really pissing me off because now I'm like, nigga, you're playing with us as a whole. Like, fuck what you and her got going on. We started a business, and I know me and him talked personally, and he was telling me that he felt like their business was interfering with our business as a whole. And he felt like if he wasn't going to be able to say nothing to her, then he wasn't going to be able to continue. And I'm like, okay, well, when did you make the decision to not continue? You never even said.
He never made that decision.
He said he finna go out of town for Christmas. He'll be back. Mm-hmm. And we never heard from him again.
He was having a break. He was turning his phone off because he's so overwhelmed with everything he got going on. But who knows the truth? We'll never know the truth. We'll have him on here.
We will.
We're going to put him because
I really don't think we should have him on here. I think that that's not a good idea, honestly. So I'm gonna just leave that there
because I'm a cracking in front of the cameras. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. But I do know that it was making us look bad as a whole because we covering for somebody and we trying to like make up these excuses, and we do got people that's looking at us as their superiors, and we not making a consecutive decision to make a decision. We was just trying to, because I felt like I wanted to give him a chance because of what he expressed to me and what he had going on personally. I feel like I wanted to give him a chance, but when it came down to Jazzy, he was literally like almost afraid to cross that line to just tell the truth. I think that's what it was. So that was a problem for me as well. But I'm glad that it happened how it happened because I love our new manager. That girl.
Yes, we are here now behind the chair. We got 2 new employees.
We got 3 new employees.
We upped one.
Oh shit, we got 2.
We got 2 new employees, and
she not new. She upped a position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you call that? Promoting. Oh, she got promoted.
What's up, G? Wait, in the cut with my twin with a promotion.
So yes, our assistant manager, she did take the manager position. She's doing a great job.
Like she holding shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? She not fucking Jazzy. She don't have no problems.
How you know?
Go.
How you know?
She is not cracking that shit. This is really working out. There's no intimacy issues. There is no your voice is bothering me when you double team me issues. It's so perfect. I love it.
Yeah, me too. So we have we promoted her to manager, and then we have a new editor, Nobi. And he's amazing. His energy is great. Like he's definitely a plus one. We needed that new feeling again. Like I don't know. It was just like great energy, motivational. Like he see the vision. Like
he's ready to add value. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like Jeezy needed another bromance because his bromance was gone with Rico. He had somebody to kind of like double team. Mm-hmm. Like if you was attacking the group, he could kind of like be like, well, Jazzy, you are attacking us. So now he don't have nobody to say, hey, we're being attacked.
Mm-hmm. So he got somebody to talk shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Talk shit to about us.
He do.
So whatever, y'all do that on y'all terms. But so
hey,
we
let
got.
me know sometimes what y'all say about this. I want to hear it.
We got a new editor, and then we got a new assistant because we had to get an assistant. We got Deja on the team, and she's amazing as well.
I feel like Deja was a good add to the team because she got that heart that Kanisha got. Like they both is very anal with their heart. Like they can do it.
Sweet.
They very sweet.
They don't mind.
They don't mind helping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that we got people on our team that don't mind just doing what we need. I'm like, dang, literally y'all manifestation is so real. Like me and Jazzy was on the phone talking about this one day, and then literally that same week we're like typing up letters to fucking.
Yeah,
we were saying what we needed, and it did come full circle. But someone had asked me that I already shoot a podcast. Do we know we getting ourselves into it? I'm like, hell yeah. No, we did not. Honestly, God truth, we didn't. I wasn't ready. And typically, I can handle stuff. I can take stuff on the chin. I can keep pushing, but I was not ready for this. I can honestly say.
Well, me, I'm not no quitter. And I feel like
either.
We are okay, so I can talk about that. I'm not no quitter, so of course I did want to quit, but I'm like, bro, I know this shit happens all the time. I'm pretty sure people behind the scenes, like in the industry, have shit that happen, mishaps all the time. You got to push through it. And I'm like, bro, people done seen us. Like we had so much support when we started airing our first episode, like that we started a podcast, just anything. Everybody was reposting us. Like to this day, like the podcast pops up so much. Like everybody, I want to come on the podcast. I want to come, like, or they helping us with ideas. Like they see the vision. We get so much support. So it was like, we can't quit. That'd be weird as fuck.
It would have been weird. I feel like what kept me going is the fact that this is my only friend that I could do a lot of things with. Like, this is my only friend that I could just say, like, all right, bitch, this is what I'm thinking in my head. What can we do? And she with it.
Because I'm trying to go all the time.
Yeah. I felt like at the start of this, we was so excited that we was not ready for the mishaps. So I was like, we can't, just because we have one, we can't stop. Like, we also run our own separate businesses, and we have had mishaps in those. So I'm like, what makes this any different from that other business that we have? Like, we have to keep rolling with the punches. And I felt like we also had a team that was believing in us. Mm-hmm. Like, even though everybody was giving up, it was like they was giving up because of us, not because of it wasn't working. Mm-hmm. It was because the structure. So I'm like, no, bro.
And they just seeing me and your energy, even though they don't even know this is me and you. Like, we night and day, like, yeah, she might come off away, but I'm not paying no attention to her. I'm just like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
She is.
Type shit. So it's just like, I think when they was seeing that, they also was kind of getting, like, demotivated. Like, all right, these bitches don't even know.
Yeah, they was thinking, like, that we bitches that don't even like each other. No, y'all, me and Jazzy
type shit. This is literally what the fuck it is. Like, I don't be paying no mind. I know my person. I know how she is, so that's just what it is.
Yeah, but by them being new with us, y'all, they did not know that that's just how we was. Like, we sitting here calling each other bitches and hoes. They looking like, what the fuck? Yeah. So our assistant at the time was like, can we just not talk to each other like that?
We had to learn to stop talking to each other crazy. It was definitely growth,
It was
y'all.
definitely growth because
we don't play that shit now.
We don't. Now we don't play a lot of things. Like, stuff runs a lot smoother. Like, our meetings now on every Wednesday now run so much smoother. Like 15 minutes, I say what I got to say and we get off. My job, a lot of people on our staff do know each other, so it's more room to play. But I think since I keep it so firm and stern, it's like, okay, we can get off the phone now. Because at first we played. We couldn't really get anything done at first. And now I'm actually glad that we did get stuff done, which brings us into starting these seasons now. Mm-hmm. Like, I just was thinking in my mind, like, well, what really had happened, y'all? We, Denasia had this friends thing. She had a thing with her ebook dropping. Y'all remember Denasia? She was our third guest.
Y'all go check out episode 3. 3.
Denasia Beauty. If y'all watch episode 3, she was having a 30-day marketing ebook dropping, and she was having a friends get together to launch her ebook with her closest friends that she felt, most comfortable to give it to. So when we was there at her little dinner, they like, oh, what's the segment about? I'm like, segment?
Because we like, y'all gonna come on our show, or they like, we want to come on. They like, well, what we gonna talk about?
I'm like, well, what are we going to talk about? Because I do not want to keep asking y'all questions, because the issue that we was running into was we do run our own personal business, and we didn't have time to put the work in to ask the questions. Some questions we don't even really want to ask. And then, like I said, we lost track of where we wanted our podcast to go. We don't want it to be one of those podcasts that everybody have that's messy, talking about sex and all that stuff like that. Like, we really don't. We talk about it enough when we do clients' hair and shit amongst each other. We don't have to air what everybody airing about. So when she said what the segment was going to be about, bitch, I done put a whole year plan in now, because I'm like, the segment's got a segment. It got to make sense. Which brings me to our first segment. Our first season that's coming out. It is going to be relationships behind the chair, because we are in Valentine's Day month. So it just made sense to go straight into relations.
Not only is it Valentine's Day month, it's our birthday month.
Our birthday month. So, y'all, we not only friends, we might be low-key soulmates.
Type shit. Y'all, we got so much shit going on in February, so we ready for season 1. We got to knock these episodes out. It's gonna come.
Because now we about to start throwing these episodes on y'all ads. We about to drop them twice a week now, because I want y'all to really be on y'all neck. Like, Behind the Chair is out here. I want as many people that want to be heard to come on the show, because we have had people in our DM actually like, can we come? I want everybody to come. I want everybody to be heard. So I do like the fact that we got the seasons coming out now, because everybody can be heard versus us trying to find people that we want to be heard. Like, I feel like if we have a season thing, it'll be easier to round up people than searching for people, because hey, this is the topic. Do you want to talk about it or not? You don't? Let's go. Keep pushing. So, and by it being so many people in the entrepreneur industry, Behind the Chair is going to be way easier. I can't wait to hear these men point of views, because men are way more chilling than us. So I'm ready to hear it.
There's so many clients want to come on here too and tell their story. We gonna have a
segment for that too. Like, I can't wait until y'all see what's coming in the future. Like, we got that structure back. Like, thank you, manager, for quitting. Thank you, Jesus, for quitting. Thank you, assistant, for stepping up. I really appreciate everybody that's been helping us bring this process together, because honest to God, truth, we would not be here without them. Like, I swear we wouldn't. Nope. This would be all a dream.
And we gonna keep emphasizing that. We don't care if y'all heard that on episode 1, 2, 3. We love our team.
We love our team to the max. Like, I don't know about other people, but I'm appreciative, and I'm gonna definitely give flowers where it's due. Like, I love my team. I would not be here without them. Even though Jazzy get on my nerves sometimes, because she just want to be so chill. She want to be so chill. I do appreciate my friend for being chill also, because guess what? If she wasn't, we would be clashing a lot, because I'm very strongly opinionated. And if certain shit don't make sense to me, we ain't doing it, period. The fuck? We not. Go ahead, Ren.
I don't have shit to say. That's me being chill, because I like to just let her do what she doing. Like, okay, whatever, bitch. Say what you say. But really, that's really it to sum up today's episode. We done talked about really our obstacles of starting a podcast. Our main hiccup was really that whole Maya episode getting deleted, and then little stuff we was going through with our team. But after that, we was never mind. It was a little. I was thinking of the computer shit Jeezy was going through, but I'm just thinking of the hiccups of
That computer shit was very much so a problem. It was a disaster, actually, and catastrophe. Because really, what it was also why Maya. Yeah, it was a catastrophe.
Jeezy, was it a catastrophe?
It was definitely a catastrophe.
Yeah, it was times we couldn't drop an episode.
It was times that we couldn't drop an episode because no memory. It was times where he couldn't even edit because no memory. And also, what Jeezy helped me realize is that we had unrealistic expectations with the type of laptop that we had. So I'm actually glad that I was able to have a talk with him, because I was thinking that me and Jeezy didn't like each other. After we had that big old thing with Maya, it was given there was still some ick in that stick. So I'm glad we was able to work through that. But mainly the catastrophe with the laptop was, y'all, that if we didn't have storage on a laptop, he couldn't edit his job. And by him not being able to edit, he couldn't drop. And by him not dropping, that's pissing me off, because I'm like, nigga, didn't I tell you we had a deadline? But I wasn't realizing that the laptop was such a headache.
Easy,
he was really stressed out about it, and he wasn't saying anything. I think a lot of times men do keep what they feel bottled up, especially once they see that the women they trying to tell it to destroy them down. And I feel like that's what we did. We wasn't his confidant no more. It was like, okay, if I tell them, they're going to turn up on me. But he wasn't being heard as well in that aspect. Because at first we was giving him a voice overall. But in his overall aspect of his job.
You my daddy.
Are you?
Okay.
Hey, you got me.
My bad.
Yeah,
my throat.
I didn't.
That just came right.
I didn't watch the Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug thing.
You didn't watch the whole video?
No, what'd she say?
She said, Daddy. Are you my baby? And I thought it was all cute until that part. Like, everything else they was talking about was giving, like, I feel like he fucked with her or whatever the case is, but that was very cringy. But I'm like, maybe he told her back in the day, like, I like when you clear your throat. So that was some. She did a little daddy. Like, I know this nigga like that. Are you my baby? Like, people just so weird. Like, that's their dynamic. Leave them folks the fuck alone.
She got me.
But yeah, y'all, that's a wrap for this last episode.
All right, yeah. But tune in to season 1, Relationships Behind the Chair, where we gonna get into the nitty gritty of things of how relationships affect your business or don't. So we'll see y'all at the start of season 1. Blue.
With another one. All right, y'all. We always gotta do this. We do a little test run.